Welcome to selfdiscoverywisdom.com, formerly known as Self-Discovery Media. On these podcasts, you're going to hear people who speak from the heart. They've taken the journey in life. Many things have happened to them, but they've changed it to happening for them. And in their strength, their courage, they've discovered their abilities and their wisdom, and they are now sharing it here with you. Do enjoy each show. We bring it to you with love and knowing that it's going to help you on your journey of life. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Sarah's View of Life, right here on selfdiscoverywisdom.com. I'm your host, Sarah Troy. Well, it's the big D-Day for me. This coming October 6th, I turn the big 7-0. And it's not just about being 70 and realizing, how much more time have I got left? We've just lost two great people, Chris Christopherson and Maggie Smith, 88 and 89. And people go, well, they've had a good life. It's old. And I realize that is 18, 19 years away. And I've still got so much more to do. Will I be able to make it to that 90? I'm hoping to aim to 95 and still be going, but who knows? One doesn't know. All we have to do is take one day at a time. But it is a reminder not to waste time, that if you have got things to do, we need to get on and do it. And of course, I've got this big Our Forgotten Seniors book in play right now and trying to gather people. And, it's always hard gathering people to be a part of it. They get really excited, but when they know the commitment involved, or yes, I really want to do it and I'll get back to you later, thinking they have a great deal of time, but as seniors, we don't. So sometimes it's hard to navigate everybody coming in and getting things going. But reflection on the last 7 decades, that's 7 times 10. My first 0 to 10, I was a very sickly child, spent a great deal of time in bed. From 10 to 20, I was kind of slowly coming out of that, but having missed a great deal of school, left school at 16 because I would never catch up, went out to work in the world, and I've decided to do a show on all the very many jobs and careers I've had along the way because there's been a lot. But I've always been a person with wings, kind of flying into one experience after the other and seeing what sticks. And the only thing that's really ever stuck is podcasting in the framework of actual presentation and sticking to one thing. But I realized that I've always been a spiritual counselor all along the way, in no matter whatever else I did. So it's interesting to kind of look back on those decades, 20 to 30, from 20 to 25, I was traveling. I got engaged in that time, did not marry. Then at 25, was I 25? I turned 25 when I got here. So at 24, came to Canada. Was intending to only be here a year and then go back to the States. And met my now ex-husband and 3 children, divorce, everything else in between. Um, I've been here now 44 years. So that 26, actually the first baby was 28, to 34 were baby making years. And then, basically you're looking at that time from 28 to around 40, raising children to they're kind of on their standing on their own, making decisions, but they'll always be your children. They'll always be your babies, and they'll always come in and out of your home and your life. And that's the way it is. And then kind of late 40s, mid 40s, knowing that I had to leave my husband. I'd lost myself. I had become quite ill. And it was a journey of self-discovery, rediscovering who is Sarah, reopening up my soul and my heart to my beingness and taking that world. And then, 45 to 50, no, and 50, 50 to around 57, I was in another relationship, another one that didn't work. We really were great soul partners in soul discovery, but as far as human partners as man and woman, just it wasn't there. I always seemed to pick narcissistic people. But, I was there to open his soul up into being and step forth into the gift that he had. And it's taken him far and left me behind, which is normal. And so then it came to my 60s. And, 60s was me time, single and exploration of who I am, where I'm going, moving from the mainland to the Vancouver Island, living in Victoria for 6 years before now moving to Nanaimo, where I've been here 6 months. And just settling into my work, producing books, Our Forgotten Children, writing my own memoir, being a part of two other anthologies this year alone, moving and getting settled and looking after my grandchildren a couple of days a week and being around them a great deal and just settling into a new groove of life. And I look at my 70s to 80s, we'll be very, very children orientated. Adore my grandchildren. We have a wonderful rapport. And, I see for the next 10 years, at least a good relationship there until they get to those teenage years and who wants to be mothered with an old grandmother? And then who knows then? Right? Who knows? But at least another 10 years of youngsters around me and helping to look after them and etc. I'm going to get a dog and it will be kind of family dog. My daughter, husband, and the children, we will share the dog. They, with their working, can't look after the dog all the time, so I will have the dog, they will have the dog, etc., etc. So it will be kind of family cohabited dog. And then who knows from my 80s, right? Once I hit that 80 mark, where will I be? I hope I am still podcasting. I hope that I am still managing to celebrate life, to celebrate people, to bring the difference that is needed in the world. And I'm sure to God hope that we've already seen the shift happen. We're already seeing people ignite their heart and souls and spirits and walking in a different path of enlightenment rather than what we're seeing here today. And I think we're actually on the crux of that because in any form of change, they the scum comes to the top, and we need to scoop that off for the purity to come up further. And that purity is in being engaged with your heart, soul, your divine truth, your spirit freedom, and coming from a place of love and caring towards each other. Doesn't mean you have to like everybody, kumbaya, no. You just respect the differences. You're drawn to your energy vibration field of people, and but it means not condemning and the people that have chosen anger, that have chosen hate, that have chosen to diminish people because they are different, um, they're the people that are in trouble. And all we can do is shed light and shed love on them and invite them to rise up. But it is up to them to take that action. And if they don't, we can't help them because there's this thing called free will. And we can't force anybody to do anything like the butterfly needs its gestation period to become the butterfly. You can't force it to hurry up. We can't force the trees to grow up to 200 feet. We can't force things. We have to allow. And it's the same with that. All we can do is paint the picture of peace and love and tranquility and invite them to it. If they still choose to live in the hate rhetoric, then I'm afraid that's their choice. I choose not to be a part of it. I choose to be a part of the love. But it is my job to show I bring people that are helping people in that transition, those that have chosen the fourth dimension and wish to grow to the fifth, sixth, and seventh, in that self-discovery of what their gift is and who they are and where they're going. And my job is to bring the people that will help them, that will illuminate the path for them and guide them along the way into becoming and discovering their own beautiful divine wisdom that lies within. So I've still got a lot of work to do in my future years, and I hope and pray that I'm still cognitive to do it. Yes, I still have health challenges, and you will find many people who are highly spiritual do. It takes the funny thing is when we're in our spirit, that energy is effortless. But as a spiritual being in our human essence, it takes up a lot of energy. Very hard to describe, but you will find many people who are highly spiritual do have physical ailments. And that is because of that conflict of energy. And it takes more to energize this body. But at the same time, we can overcome certain things with this divine energy. So it is not a, you know, one brush heals all. I'm now spiritual, on a higher alignment. My body is free of everything. I'm actually, as much as I would love to get up into that sixth, seventh, and live there on that dimension, that's where my soul and heart belong. My purpose is here in the fifth to show people the way, to show people how they can rise up, to show people what they need to do in order to embrace their heart, their soul, and their spirit. This is my job. And I've been preparing for it all my life. I've been doing it all my life. Podcasting just gave me a platform in which to magnify what I do, what others are doing, and how we can help people in that transition. So I hope I can continue to do this until the end. Who knows? I've interviewed so many people, late 70s, 80s, and 90s, that are still very, very productive. And so don't write us off just because we're a number. My age says 70, and hell, yes, my body very often says 72, but my spirit is still young, and my soul purpose is still strong, and my heart is still full of abundance. So I will continue to immerse myself into life, but I will cocoon more in between when I do my soul work, when I'm with my kids and family. I don't have a lot of friends here. Went for coffee with someone in my complex the other day, and it would be nice to do that now and again. My best buddy lives over on the mainland, and we see each other now and again, but I don't have best buddies. I give all my time to here, nurturing the books and the podcasts and the people out there and my family. And in the other time, my downtime is myself. I'm with myself at one with recharging, allowing the divine to show me where I need to go next and what I need to do, and just being. And I'm okay with that to a point. Yes, it would be nice to have a few more, casual friends to go and do things with. And I'd love to find still a soulmate. I've never found one in this lifetime. We don't need to live together, don't need that. I just need somebody where we can go out, do things, kind of enjoy each other's company without taking up anybody's laundry, right? So who knows what my 70 years are going to be? But I am still going to trudge forward doing what I'm doing. And as I said, the next book is Our Forgotten Senior. If you are a senior, please go to the orchardofwisdom.org and look at the tag that says Our Forgotten Seniors, and you'll see all the information of what I'm looking for there. There is a commitment, a small price, and that means I need your skin in the game, because otherwise I don't feel you commit. There will be summits that you will be on, chapter that you will produce, 2 podcasts at least that you will do. And so it's very important that you are wanting to commit to this. But do not think that, oh, well, I'm not an author, so I can't be a part of this. If you've reached a certain age and you've been through things in life and you've got stories to share, the ultimate aim of this book is to bring awareness of the contribution that seniors have given, the challenges that we face in getting older, not just physical, emotional, but financial and societal, and how we are treated. And also a warning out to the youngsters that if they don't start preparing for their old age now, they won't be able to afford their older age later, which is a state of many of us are in now, because the expenses of life has quadrupled to our pension. And our world has got smaller and smaller and smaller and limited as to what we can do because of it. So this is, I always say, when you're aware, you care. So this is an awareness book on so many levels. I hope to have at least 20 chapters in there. So I'm looking for 20 people to be a part of it. So you will be assisted in your writing, and it is about your passion, your conviction, your story that you want to say, not an angst book. Yes, I do want you to present the problems, but I also want you to present the solution. So if you feel that you are somebody or you know somebody that could be a great contributor to that, then please send them my way. selfdiscoverywisdom@gmail.com. And the website to go to is orchardofwisdom.org, Our Forgotten Seniors. You will see Our Forgotten Children book there in the format that we did there. We're going even a little deeper on the seniors one. We learn from each book. So this is my passion now. Books and podcasts are always sharing the story from the soul, from the heart, from the gut, from the being, and the truth. And it's very hard to, have the rah-rah and the false because it's felt and it's seen. So this is the honesty. This is the authenticity. And this is what I wish to continue with. So I also hope in 2025 will be Our Forgotten Children Book 2, because there's so much more to still cover there. And I hope to at least do 2 books a year for who knows how many years, but there's always stories to share, and keep podcasting as long as I can speak, see, and be coherent. So it's all about that. But hell, it's my birthday and I'm turning 70. But boy, what have I seen in life? What have I done in life? South Africa, first go-go dancer at the age of 15. Mobile disco DJ for 2 years, from 16 to 19, almost 19, right? I have first woman rep for Mobile Oil in South Africa. A disruptor in companies with a customer service of changing the system. Restaurateur, and worked in many restaurants, bringing about new systems. And I'm not a systems person. Everything for me is customer service. It's how do we serve people better? How do we serve the people who are serving people better? It's always been that fundamental for me. And it's always been about heart and soul connection. Because when you come from the heart and you listen to the soul and your spirit is ignited, you will always find your path, your reason, your why, and your passion for moving forward. So as long as I've still got that passion in me, I am moving forward. So here I am, the big 7-0. Happy birthday to me. My son is turning the big 4-0. And this year I'll have a 36-year-old, 40-year-old, and a 42-year-old. But it's all wonderful. And so I'm enjoying life. I'm very grateful for what I've been given in life. I'm very grateful for what I've been able to do in life. And I'm very grateful for who I am as Sarah, which took a long time to become. I was so split. The spiritual Sarah, who's so in her truth, and the human Sarah that was so busy trying to people please. And now I am that spiritual Sarah, immersed in my body, being who I am. I am what I am, as Popeye says. And at 70, I finally found myself. Does everyone see me? No. Does everyone hear me? No. Is that okay? Yes. I know who I am. This is who I am. And I'm enough. So let's see what the next decade will bring. Roll on. I'm quite excited to see what it will bring and who I will become even more in this. But steady ahead. Here we go. Happy birthday to me. Bye for now, folks. We hope that you enjoyed the show. There are so many more for you here on selfdiscoverywisdom.com. Just go to the podcast tag at the top there and you will see all the many genres and all 3,000 shows ready for your listening. We are here to serve you, to help you on your journey of life, and we know that through inspiration it begets invitation. We are supported by you, the listeners, and those that we interview. Anything that you can spare us in donation would be greatly accepted, and we do hope that you enjoy the next show.